Hello everyone and welcome to my CSU channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Grayson Chrisley's shocking request amid parents' release. Chrisley knows best. Alum Grayson Chrisley had a shocking request once his parents, Julie and Todd Chrisley, were released from prison. They spent over 2 years behind bars, and when they were pardoned, Grayson was on the line with the president. So, what did he want when his parents returned home? Keep reading for more details. Grayson Chrisley's shocking request for parents. It was extremely rough for Grayson Chrisley when his parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were locked up. He and Chloe Chrisley were now under the guardianship of his older sister, Savannah Chrisley. This was an adjustment, but they did their best to make it work. She took them on vacations, and Grayson graduated from high school, all without their parents. Eventually, he headed off to the University of Alabama, with Savannah decorating his dorm the way she saw fit. She fought tirelessly to get their parents released from prison, and at the end of May 2025, it happened. President Donald Trump called up Savannah and shared that he had pardoned Todd and Julie. Grayson was on the line and immediately broke down. He was so grateful, and within a day, the Chrisleys were set to be reunited. Now, it has been revealed what Grayson wanted from his parents when they returned home. Todd shared that Grayson asked to sleep in his parents' bedroom with them on their first night. Grayson feared that his parents would leave again, so it made him feel better. Todd obliged and told him it was fine for him to sleep with them. Grayson Chrisley was so grateful to have them back home and admitted it is easy to take that time for granted. However, since he knew what life was like when they were gone, he never wanted to feel that way again. Savannah also noted how scared Grayson was of losing their parents again, as she shared in their sit-down with Laura Trump. Fortunately, he did not have anything to worry about as they were still home a month later. The more the merrier. Although Grayson Chrisley was scared of losing Todd and Julie Chrisley, he now has 2 mothers. He looks at Savannah Chrisley as another mom, given that they are nearly a decade apart. Yet, she has noted how much her little brother has taught her through this experience. Furthermore, she shared that he saved her. However, they actually saved each other during the tough times. Despite Todd and Julie being so far away, the patriarch felt that he was lucky as they could communicate. Unfortunately, the husband and wife did not have the same privilege while they were locked up. Now, everyone is back together, and they are more grateful than they even knew possible. When it comes to the Chrisley family, there's never a shortage of jaw-dropping moments. But what just happened with Grayson Chrisley might be the most unexpected twist yet. With Todd and Julie Chrisley's prison release date creeping closer, fans expected the youngest Chrisley son to be over the moon about the thought of having both parents home. But according to insiders close to the family, Grayson has made a private request that's left even his siblings stunned, and it's not the reunion anyone envisioned. Life without Todd and Julie. Grayson, now a young adult, has spent the past couple of years navigating life without the constant presence of his famously strict yet loving parents. After Todd and Julie began serving their sentences, the Chrisley household underwent a complete transformation. Savannah stepped into the role of guardian, juggling her own career with raising both Grayson and niece Chloe. It was a shift that brought its own tensions. Grayson, who once relied on his parents for structure and guidance, suddenly had a lot more independence. And with it came a taste of freedom he hadn't experienced growing up under Todd's famously watchful eye. Sources say that, despite his initial heartbreak over their incarceration, Grayson has grown into his own person during this time, developing routines, friendships, and responsibilities that have shaped him in ways he never expected. The unexpected request. So what's this shocking request? According to a family insider, Grayson recently told Savannah and Chase that he doesn't want to move back into his parents' home full-time when they're released. He loves his mom and dad, and of course he misses them, the source explained. But he's been living a completely different life now. He's got his own way of doing things, his own schedule, and he's worried that when Todd comes back, it'll be like rewinding the clock, back to strict rules, constant oversight, and no personal space. Even more surprising, Grayson has reportedly floated the idea of getting his own place rather than returning to the Chrisley family's primary residence. It's a move that would mark the end of an era and signal just how much he's grown up during this tumultuous time. Sibling reactions. Savannah, who has practically been a stand-in mother since Julie's sentencing, reportedly took the news hard. She's been the glue keeping the family together, and while she understands her brother's desire for independence, it stings to think that the reunion might not be as picture-perfect as they all imagined. She wanted them all to live under one roof for at least a while, a second insider shared. She thought it would help the family heal together after so much time apart. But Grayson's got a different vision for his future, and he's being honest about it. Chase, on the other hand, apparently sees both sides. Known for his laid-back personality, he's reportedly told Grayson that there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries and living life on his own terms, though he also reminded him that Mom and Dad might take it personally. Why this feels so big for the Chrisleys, family has always been front and center. Their TV brand was built on togetherness, banter, and shared chaos. Todd's larger-than-life personality commanded attention in the household, and Julie's warmth balanced it out. But the past couple of years have tested those bonds. Everyone has had to adapt, and that adaptation has inevitably changed the way they see themselves and each other. Grayson's request isn't about rejecting his parents. It's about preserving the life he's built in their absence. In some ways, it mirrors a universal coming-of-age moment, the realization that even when you love your family deeply, you sometimes need your own space to thrive. The Todd Factor. Of course, much of this centers on Todd Chrisley himself. The patriarch has always been known for his strong opinions, high standards, and love of order. While some see that as part of his charm, others, including his own kids, have admitted it can feel stifling. Grayson, who has experienced a looser set of rules under Savannah's care, may be anticipating a return to Todd's by-the-book ways with some hesitation. Grayson's been able to breathe a little bit, the insider explained. He's grown into a man without feeling like someone's monitoring every move. Going back might feel like losing that progress. Julie's perspective. Julie, ever the peacemaker, is said to be torn. On one hand, she's eager to have her baby boy back under her roof. On the other, she understands that the last few years have been transformative for him. Those close to the family believe Julie will be the one to bridge the gap between Grayson's desire for independence and Todd's expectation of a reunited family. She's always been the soft landing, the source noted. If anyone can make this work, it's Julie. She loves her kids too much to guilt them into something that makes them unhappy. What's next for the Chrisleys? With Todd and Julie's release dates drawing near, the family faces a critical crossroads. Will they try to force the perfect reunion for appearances, or will they allow each member to move forward in a way that reflects their individual growth? Fans will no doubt be eager to watch the drama play out, and given the Chrisleys' history of turning real-life turbulence into reality TV gold, it wouldn't be shocking if this storyline ends up front and center should they return to television. For now, the conversation between Grayson and his parents hasn't been made public. But those close to him say he's preparing to stand firm on his decision, even if it ruffles feathers. The bigger picture. In many ways, Grayson's request is less about separation and more about evolution. He's not the teenager who once relied on Todd and Julie to navigate every decision. He's stepping into adulthood, making choices that reflect who he's become rather than who he used to be. And maybe that's the real story here, not a family falling apart, but a family learning how to come together in a new way. The challenge will be whether everyone can accept that together doesn't have to mean under the same roof. As one insider put it, they've all been through so much. The real test will be if they can give each other the freedom to grow while still staying connected. That's not easy, but if anyone can figure it out, it's the Chrisleys. Whatever happens next, one thing's for certain: Grayson's bold move has already changed the tone of his parents' homecoming. Whether it sparks a heartfelt compromise or a fresh wave of family drama, the youngest Chrisley has made it clear he's not afraid to chart his own path, even in the shadow of his parents' return.